Here's a simple checklist for you to create systems around your content. So the first thing the system requires is a service that doesn't require you being famous. So do you have a service that doesn't require you being famous? For example, if you're a lawyer, for example, or if you're a plumber, electrician, like these are services that people need. It doesn't require you being famous, but a famous would be a good add-on. Like you're the most famous plumber in the city. Everyone calls Mario, something like that. Second part of the system is you need to be creating content everywhere. So let's say you have a service that doesn't require you being famous. Second part is you create content regarding your service every single place. So in this doc, I've told you to choose two primary platforms as kind of like your main platforms. You're still going to be posting on like other platforms, but you need to choose two as your primary because you won't be able to put all your attention into all of them every single time. So let's say you choose LinkedIn and Instagram, for example, as your two primary platforms. Just go all in on them. So once you've decided what your two primary platforms are, post consistently and then repurpose for other channels as well. So the repurpose point is the same thing. After the two primary, repurpose the content for other channels as well. And what are the other channels? Let's say you're posting video content on Instagram and also on LinkedIn. You could convert those into text-based, and then you can also use those as some email campaigns or something that you could intertwine your content to other channels as well. So take advantage of that. It's very, very important. All right, so have a service that doesn't require you being famous. And I'll just use one example, pressure washers. For a pressure washer, you need to be attracting qualified viewers, people who need your service, homeowners, I don't know, real estate companies, whoever need your service, those are your qualified viewers. So of course you need to run targeted ads. If you're a pressure washer by yourself, I'm assuming it's only going to be, you're going to be geographically locked to your locations. It's only going to be to your city. So if you want to run targeted ads, you already have that in place. So as soon as you create content, make sure it's targeted enough where you can even call out your audience. Like, hey, are you a homeowner in Philadelphia or something? I do pressure washer for ABC, whatever your hook and value and call to action is. Make sure you structure the video properly, run targeted ads, and that is where you start generating qualified traffic. People who will be directly interested in your services as well, or they will follow you or just save your profile for later needs. Usually they follow you for later needs, and then that's where you kind of keep posting content consistently so you can also nurture them over time to use your services. Perhaps you kind of create content regarding the advantages of pressure washing, or why should people pressure wash, or what happens if you don't pressure wash, or like you look filthy if you don't pressure wash. You create content like this where kind of gets people to go like, okay, you know what, yeah, I do need his services, let me contact him right now, or I do need these services. Sometimes what people make the mistake is like they will confuse themselves as what the people actually need. For example, if you make content and then you kind of go over the hurdle for the prospect that they need the service, don't confuse it as they need your service. The first step is that they need the service. When they need the service, you'll be the first one they'll contact. And if you mess it up, then of course they'll go to someone else. But you actually did your goal. The first goal is to convince them that they need the service. So if you run targeted ads, you're going to fix the unqualified traffic issue. And how do you bring unqualified traffic issue? If you only post organic content. For a pressure washing company, if you post organic content and then you're blowing up on the other side of the world, also like in like 5 states away, it's not going to benefit you because you're geographically locked to only one location. So you need to run ads on that specific location and just max out on that. But don't neglect organic reach as well. Because if you're consistently creating high quality content and engaging with your audience, this can also build you a loyal following and attracted qualified viewers over time. So these two are for now and also for the future, but this is mainly for the future as well. Like you're building up an audience. You will need them in the future. Now you need to build effective funnels. So you have a service that doesn't require you being famous. You don't need to be Justin Bieber to be a pressure washer. The second part is you need to be creating content every single place. You can't be lazy. You need to create content every single place. Make simple content for a pressure washer. You don't need to have super high quality production for it. You just need good scripts and good ideas, and then just record yourself doing it. And then later down the line, when you've expanded a lot, just outsource it to a production or marketing agency. They'll take care of it for you. But for now, as a solo pressure washer, just create content. Create as much content as you can, have a whole system, realize that this is something you have to do, and then just post it every single place. Run ads. Ads is super important. Make sure you're bringing in the qualified viewers, and then use those qualified viewers to build systems around, which is the point right now. So let's say you are getting those qualified viewers and you are getting those messages and leads to your profile and even some targeted followers. What do you build? What do you do now? This is where you also need a website. Have a website with perhaps prices on there, some details on how you do stuff, certain tools you use. Put information on the website that you think your prospect might need to know in order to convert. And as a pressure washer, whatever your choice of communication is, whether you want to schedule a call, or I'm guessing it's a direct call or just SMS. If you want to do that, just have funnels in place where you can kind of lead them to that path. They find you on ad, they follow you, or they message you directly, which kind of brings in another step. And then you either send them to your website where they can book a call. I'm not sure why they would book a call on Pressure website, or they can just contact you directly onto your phone or SMS. And then on that phone and SMS, you guys can like close a deal, work on some prices, and then just like close them. So just like a simple funnel for the pressure washing system. So this is kind of like the power of having systems in place in a nutshell. So if you have this checklist in place, you can create content, or you can create systems around your content. It's actually pretty simple. You just need to do a lot of work. That's it. And this is kind of work that is required anyway. So if you do this, especially as a service-based business, you'll be fine. If you have something you can immediately go to and sell, or something that is required of a person, this will easily work. All right, that is all for today's video. Also want to mention my newsletter real quick. I post 5 daily Monday to Friday newsletters. It's actually a pretty short read, so go check it out. And then if you are a service-based business who are at a certain revenue point and you just can't be bothered with the content systems, I have a Calendly link. Let's get in touch and we'll take care of that for you. See you in the next one.